Football's back, bro. Football's back and we are live. Does that make sense? Isn't this the Ravens defense all world? Isn't this the Ravens offense all world? You got Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Mark Andrews. You got Isaiah Likely on the other side. What happened? Two years back to back, Joe Burrow, back to back years without making the playoffs, let alone the Super Bowl, the playoffs. And you are always revered.
Atrocity. And I owe an official apology to everybody for our bad takes about. First of all, they weren't bad takes. They were just wrong.
They were educated.
They were educated.
Takes, but they were not correct.
And when I was started watching,
you can't build a resume as an elite quarterback by missing the playoffs. Did I lie? You can't build an elite resume, period. Not just as a quarterback, but period.
You can see by the way that we flex. In fact, you are born at the Kukari TPN. Get the Mosari Warao. In fact, you are born at the Kukari TPN.
Microphone check 1 2 1 2. What's good? Yeah. I am rejuvenated. I am back. What's good? Did you miss me? Yeah. First of all, tell me how you like my cut. I'll wait. You like my cut? I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna do that zoom in so you can see. My barber is back in town, bro, and I couldn't be happier. Oh my God, I couldn't be happier. So my barber's back in town, and you know what that means. The boy's looking clean always for like at least another week, and then I have to go back to the pits. But besides that, I'm good, man. I can't complain. I've missed you. How you been? You been good? I've been good. All right. Talk about that. What's good? How you been?
I've been good, man. The new football season, soccer season has started.
Even the football season started.
Yeah, I know. I just don't want to confuse you degenerates who mix the two. But anyway,
okay.
Soccer season has started.
Damn.
Soccer season has started. It doesn't matter where Chelsea is first, second, third, fourth, or last. We're still the world champions. That's all I got to say. And Manchester United is still an atrocity. And I owe an official apology to everybody for our bad takes about. First of all, they weren't bad takes. They were just wrong.
They were educated.
They were educated.
Takes, but they were not correct.
And when I was started watching that game, the first set I was like, it's going to be Alcaraz in 4. I even put up a status saying Alcaraz in 4. I
was going to watch, ne? But then the Browns were playing the Bengals, and I was like,
oh, yeah. And my call to everybody who's watching the show, the NFL season started, even if you haven't taken an educated guess, pick an NFL team for yourself and just see how it goes, except for the Pittsburgh Steelers, because we don't want to break this guy's heart.
Thank you. Look at you. Yes. You can pick any team, any team, except the Steelers of Pittsburgh. Please. I'll even let you choose the Giants of New York. Who's even there? Oh, Russell Wilson is the quarterback now. All right. Speaking of which, football's back. Football's back, bro.
So what does that mean? What do we do?
I'm still doing my thing. Let me cook. Football's back, bro. Football's back and we are live. We are lit. Alright, if you're not a fan of violence, get out of the chat. This ain't for you, bro. This is for everybody that loves violence. That means for the next 17 weeks, my friend, we are gonna watch 53 grown men go on the field and fight. Well, not fight, but go against 53 other grown men. And it'll be nothing but blood, sweat, and a lot of violence. We are ready for it. We are here. And you know what that means? Every Sunday from here on out, phone is on do not disturb. Girlfriend is on do not disturb. Laptop is on do not disturb. Anything and everything is on do not disturb. And before I even get too far, can I just say, how about them Cowboys? Yeah. How about them Cowboys? But I shouldn't be saying anything because as a Ravens fan. Okay. Week 1 of the NFL season is done and dusted. We have winners, we have losses, we have winners, we have losers, we have surprises, and we have greatest of plays. So let us start with opening night. They do not want to be called this, but I will call them that anyway because it is the name God has given them for the next 12 months. The reigning, defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles did what they do best, and they handed some hands. They handed some hands to the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys? It was a great game, though. Good game. The Cowboys tried their thing, but at the end of the day, that offensive juggernaut that is the Eagles, even their defense played well. I'm not even going to lie. Both defenses played well, which was surprising because Micah was not there, but I don't know. We shall see how it goes. And then from there, we had the atrocity on Saturday. Is it even an atrocity? I don't know. But on Saturday, do I look nice now? Thank you. On Saturday, the Chargers beat the Chiefs. I'm not here to talk about the Chargers beating the Chiefs. I'm here to talk about the Chiefs losing to the Chargers. that is what it is, okay? The Chiefs are still a great team. However, the Chargers. The Chargers handled their business, and with that, I am going on a 2-minute rant about one Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert has been in the league for about 5 years now, 6 years actually. How long has Justin Herbert been in the league? Justin Herbert got drafted in 2019, if I'm not mistaken, and he is 27 years old. Yes, 2020. Sorry, not 2019. 2020 with the 6th overall pick. He's a number 6 pick, first round. Justin Herbert is always in the talks for top 10 QBs in the league. He's on every list. We talk about the best quarterbacks in the league. Justin Herbert is always there. Justin Herbert hasn't won a playoff game. Justin Herbert is him. He can ball. He's not a scrub. I'm not denying that. He's a Pro Bowler. He's an all-pro. He's a proper quarterback. And he's the reason the Chargers are even relevant. But once December arrives, once January arrives, it's like my boy forgets how to play football. He lost to Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is a good player. But they had a crazy, I think it was like a 14, 21-point comeback in the playoffs. Against the Jackson. These dudes lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Have you ever heard of the Jacksonville Jaguars? No, exactly. And he lost to them. But it's fine. I will cut Justin Herbert some slack because that was the first game of the season, which he actually won, but I will not sit here and act like I am impressed. But every year, I sit. Every year, I watch football. And I tell myself, this is it. This is the season we do it. This is the season the Baltimore Ravens win the Super Bowl. The Lombardi Trophy. The Lombardi Trophy is what it's all about. And every year I sit and I say the Ravens will finally win the Super Bowl. And every year the Ravens don't even get to the Super Bowl. And it's always because the Ravens somehow, some way, will find a way to beat themselves. Let's talk about last night's game, shall we? The Ravens were up 15 points in the fourth quarter. They lost that game. The Ravens were up 15 points in the fourth quarter. They were up 3 points with 2 minutes to go in the game. You just had to protect the football. You just had to keep it away from the Bills' hands. Make sure Josh Allen does not touch it. Josh Allen doesn't even have a wide receiver one. Amari Cooper retired. Stephon Diggs is busy with Cardi B and he hasn't even been on that team in 2 years now. The Ravens lost a game they had to win. They lost 40-41. What a great game. I will say, great game. Left me thoroughly entertained and thoroughly angered as well. Because that comeback makes no sense. The Ravens once again were up 15 points in the fourth quarter. And I know you're probably thinking, yeah, so what? Was it like a 30-15 score? No. The Ravens at the start of the fourth quarter had 40 points and the Buffalo Bills had 25 points. At the end of the game, the Ravens had 40 points and the Buffalo Bills had 41 points. So in 15 minutes, you couldn't get 3 points. All you needed was at least 1 point to make it count. But because it's football, we don't have that. So at least bare minimum, field goal, 3 points is all we needed. And all you did was give up 16 of them. Does that make sense? Isn't this the Ravens defense all world? Isn't this the Ravens offense all world? You got Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Mark Andrews. You got Isaiah Likely on the other side. What happened? You got Bateman. What happened? Fine. I'm not going to sit here and be angry. The Ravens did that for me already. Ravens will still go to the Super Bowl because I have to be naive and say that. Do I see it happening? No, I do not. And I am thoroughly disappointed. Oh, man. NJ's out here laughing and crying. You know what? It's fine. Man, let's talk about a game that I actually thought would entertain me. And it did. Shout out Cincinnati. Shout out the Cincinnati Bengals. However, the Browns kicker is gonna... What's the Browns kicker's name, actually? Kick. Receiving, defense, special teams kicker. Ah, there we go. Smith. How do you even pronounce that, bro? Szmyt. Schmidt? Okay, I'm going too far now. Okay, so... the Bengals beat the Browns in what was a very entertaining game. And I have to say, at 40 years old, Joe Flacco might be one of the most consistent quarterbacks I've ever seen. Oh, by the way, Joe Flacco was the quarterback on that Ravens win team in 2012. Shout out Joe Flacco. 2013. Oh, sorry. Big Ray Lewis fan, of course he knows. So, Joe Flacco is still very consistent at age 40, and that is why he still has a job in the NFL. He went 31 for 45, threw for 290 touchdowns with 290 yards, with 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Sure, the interceptions are bad, but Joe Flacco can still ball. And I'm very impressed. However, man, he's going against Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, and of course they did what they do with no touchdowns this time. But Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins, that 3-headed monster, will do great if, the Cincy defense comes to work. Last year, Cincinnati had the most potent offense in the league. Joe Burrow would have been MVP if his team was winning. And this is where the chat now goes, well, I can only do so much as a quarterback. I can't stop the other guys. Joe Burrow was giving teams 35 a night last year. It's not his fault that his defense was giving up 40. If my quarterback were to give me 35 points a night, consistently give me 35 points a night, it is the onus is now on me as the defense. He's done his job. 35 points from my quarterback every night. I'm not complaining. Those are points. Those are solid points. However, what's the point if every game you are giving up 40? And it's not like Joe Burrow can get on the field and do anything. He can't. That's why the defense exists. but his defense was non-existent. That is why he had better numbers than Lamar and Josh Allen, but he was nowhere to be seen. Dude, Joe Burrow played his ass off last year. And I want to see what's going to happen. Super Bowl again? I don't see it. But I would love to see the Bengals in the playoffs. I feel like football is so much better when the Bengals are in the playoffs. And they need to do that. It's been 2 seasons. 2 years back to back, Joe Burrow. Back to back years without making the playoffs, let alone the Super Bowl, the playoffs. And you are always revered. I am one of the people that revere Joe Burrow. I think he's a generational talent, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. You can name me 5 quarterbacks better than Joe Burrow. He has one more season. Before I get him, I take him off that list. It's enough. It's enough. You had a great Super Bowl run where you even beat the Chiefs, but besides that, what have you done? Sure, the year after they went to the AFC Championship game again where they went to lose to the Chiefs. But besides that, it's been missing the playoffs after missing the playoffs. You can't build a resume as an elite quarterback by missing the playoffs. Did I lie? You can't build an elite resume, period. Not just as a quarterback, but period. By not making the playoffs. The playoffs is where success is built. The playoffs is where we see that you really are who you say you are. Which is why I still do not have him on my... He's probably not even top 20 quarterbacks. He probably deserves to be. But I'll never put Lamar there. He hasn't even tasted a Super Bowl. Listen, I'm pretty sure I can't list 20 quarterbacks better than Lamar Jackson all time. I can't. But I don't want to. I don't want to. I'll put Joe Flacco over Lamar. Okay, maybe that's a bit... But you get what I'm saying. Right? You have to win in the playoffs. You have to do something in the playoffs. I was disappointed that Joe Flacco... we knew this, that Joe Flacco would start, but at some point I had hoped to see Shedeur go against Joe Burrow because I think that would have been a great young matchup. But it does not matter because we will see what goes on. And after that, I'm really curious, man. I've noticed that the league is doing this thing where the reigning award winners have gold patches on their uniform as opposed to the regular NFL patch like everybody else. That's for the MVP and all the players of the years, defensive rookies, or whatever, all that. I think that's pretty cool, but that got me asking, who is going to be our MVP this season? Josh Allen is not going back-to-back. You can book me on that. Lamar is not winning the MVP. He probably will put up MVP numbers, but we're tired. We are. And I say we, but me, I'm tired. I'm tired. At some point, stop chasing MVPs. And I'm not saying he's chasing MVPs. But at some point, when will we stop caring? You have 2 of them already. You haven't even sniffed a Super Bowl. You got two MVPs with 0 Super Bowl appearances. Do you realize there's no other quarterback in NFL history with that kind of resume? Every quarterback that has at least 2 MVPs has either been to a Super Bowl or won one. The last thing I want is for Lamar to be a Dan Marino. And we love Dan Marino. But it don't mean a thing with no ring. And there's the problem. So I want you to tell me, next episode, when I come here, I will see your comments. Tell me who you think is going to be the MVP this year. Tell me who you think is going to be the offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year. And of course, who is winning the Super Bowl? I hope the Lions, some way, somehow, get to the Super Bowl. I'm tired of seeing the same teams in the Super Bowl. But I hate the way what happened to the Lions last night. Losing bad. Konja, what was that Lions score? Sorry, I have to tell you this. They lost to the Packers 27-13 with a debuting Micah Parsons and, of course, Jordan Love as their quarterback. But we shall see. The Lions are still the Lions. They were handing everybody tickets last year. And it just so happens that they got injured at the worst time and the whole team blew up. But we are done. But there's a game I want us to talk about, and then I'll leave. Because I couldn't believe this. This is a score. The Miami Dolphins played the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts of Indianapolis, Indiana. You want me to say that? They played the Colts. The Dolphins played the Colts. And this was the score. I can't believe it. I'm almost scared to say it out loud. The Indianapolis Colts had 33 points to end the game. The Dolphins had 8. In a professional football game, the Dolphins had 8 points to the Colts 33. And that is our blowout of the week. Makes no sense. But here we are. What you got for me, bro?
How did the 49ers do? I'm just assessing.
The 49ers, actually, let me check for you. Sorry, I forgot about the 49ers. Oh, they beat Seattle. Shout out.
Oh, okay.
I didn't watch that game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is it that we place so much emphasis on playoff success where we write off the regular season success? Mr. Burrow, right? What's his name?
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Yes.
Generational talent. Would you agree?
Yes.
Top 10 quarterback. Would you not agree?
Top 5.
Top 5 quarterback right now.
Live.
Right now.
Live.
Right now.
In real time.
Right now.
Mhm.
Okay. Who's a quarterback that's worse than him? Like far worse, like Kwame Brown type of worse, like
Teddy Bridgewater.
okay, Teddy. Teddy goes on to win the Super Bowl. Is he a better quarterback than Joe Burrow?
That's not fair.
Why is that not fair?
Because standards are different.
How are the standards different?
Standards are different.
How are the standards different?
Because if Teddy Bridgewater wins a Super Bowl, it will be a miracle. We don't expect him to.
Oh, so it's the word is expect. You have expectations.
Expectations go with standards. No?
They do.
Exactly.
They do.
Exactly. So the thing is, we're not asking for the impossible. We're not. What we're asking for.
What do you want from the man?
What I want from the man is playoff success. Doesn't always have to be a Super Bowl.
Success look like?
Doesn't always have to be a Super Bowl. But do you go deep in the playoffs, at least consistently? And that's championship game, second round, but in the NFL, you can get a bye week. So you can get to the second round by default. But
Is he failing in the playoffs? Is that his fault solely? Or is this a team that he's on?
It's the team that he's on. Like I said, he's putting up points. 35, like him and Jamar Chase were the best duo. Offensively, they're the best duo in the league last year. However, when you have a generationally bad defense and a generationally great offense, you will still lose the game.
So what do you want the man to do in the system that he's in? Leave?
No, not leave. He's influential enough to get the team to build a solid team around him. Don't forget he's a superstar. And as a superstar, you have a bit more control. Sure, if we see that his team is just against him, fine. But we know that as superstars, you can go to your managers, you can go to the team and be like, yeah, yo, dog, let's trade this boy. Let's trade this dude. How about we try to get him? And then make it work.
So what has that got to do with what you're doing on the field?
What he's doing on the field, I never said anything about what he's doing on the field. I was advocating for him. He's putting up 35 every game. On the field, he does nothing wrong. Even I know that. However, off the field, is he galvanizing the troops? Is he talking to his defense? Is he talking to the coaches and the front management to do something about this roster that is clearly
You're asking
lacking?
too much of the man. You're asking way too much of the man.
Am I?
He's a quarterback, not a GM.
He's a quarterback.
That's it.
He's a quarterback. Do you know how much influence quarterbacks have? Especially quarterbacks of his caliber?
On the field. Yeah, this
Quarterbacks
is a
of his...
problem.
Let's not act like there's no politics in sports.
Anyway, Josh Allen is going back-to-back for MVP. That's my call.
So that was episode 43. Actually, it could be 42 because we recorded that. We recorded the special. We have a special. Actually, the special is not going to count to the episode count. So that's a special. So we'll say this was episode 42. Yeah, that was episode 42. And that was a lot of fun. I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed it. And we will talk football again next week. But I want to come back on Friday and talk about UFC because I think it's foul that Burrow lost to Nasruddin Imavov, which makes Nasruddin Imavov the number one middleweight contender now. Well, not on the rankings, but you get what I'm saying. That's a conversation we'll have until then, on another day. Until then, just sit back, relax, enjoy the sports, man. Be nice to your mother. And as always, till next time, enjoy the vibes.
How about them Ravens? How about them?
You can see by the way they be flexing. Fetch you up on every Google cheapy and get to the most of the